Hey, what's up guys? It's Jen here, and in today's video what I'm going to talk to you about is how your logistics as well as your location is seriously going to affect your progress and results with women, okay? Now, if you're a guy who, let's say, live in the suburbs, okay, which is like, half an hour to about maybe an hour from downtown of wherever you are, whichever city you're in, that's actually going to hurt your progress in the long run. If you want to speed up your progress and get serious results and really increase the chance of you getting laid and pull girls back to your home, you need to start thinking about the strategy and how to go about your logistics and working your way around your location. So the advice that I want to give you is, number one, if let's say you live pretty far away from downtown, where everything is happening, where obviously most of the beautiful women are going to be, you have to think about start moving somewhere closer to downtown, okay? And the best thing is obviously to actually move downtown and be in downtown to kind of make things happen for yourself. So for me, I used to live, at home, and I used to live about a 40-minute commute from, downtown Vancouver. And pulling girls for me back in the day was really, really hard because I lived so far away. So even if I met a girl, let's say in a nightclub, who was really down to go home with me, but the mere fact that I live like 40 minutes away and I have to take the public transit just made it so much harder. And I lost a lot of the girls, along the way of the pull because it was too long, and simply their logic kicked in and was like, okay, well, I just met this guy and I have to take the fucking bus with him, all the way back to his house that's like 40 minutes away. So a lot of the girls kind of just like lost interest along the way or wasn't committed enough to go with me, and I lost it there. Now conversely, if I lived downtown, so when I decided to move downtown to make things happen for myself, where I literally live like 2 minutes away, like literally 2 blocks away from the nightclub, I got laid a lot fucking more, okay, than I did before. Like I pulled a lot more girls than I did before, simply because it was good logistics, okay? The location was amazing, that I was able to meet a girl at the club, and without it just having the convenience of being able to pull her from the club, like a 2-minute walk, like boom, and we're at our house, like at my house. So in that sense, like you really actually increase the chance of yourself getting laid, as well as your progress, as well as your results. Now, if you live, let's say, an hour away or half an hour away, somewhere really far, I'm not saying it is impossible for you to pull. Like obviously you can still make it happen, but the chance is very, very slim, okay? The percentage in which you can actually get laid from that is actually pretty slim. Like, give an example, let's say you're going on a date, okay? If you meet a girl, let's say she lives somewhere, in the general area of the city, which is kind of like near the center, and you're asking the girl to meet you, somewhere close by your house, let's say somewhere far away in the suburbs. If she does come out and meet you, you have a pretty good chance of getting laid because she's already committed to come all the way there to see you. And then, it's maybe somewhere 10 to 5 minutes to your house. It's an easy pull. But let's say if you're meeting somewhere closer where she is, let's say you're meeting for a coffee or tea or something in downtown, and you're living an hour away, that's actually a huge problem a lot of my students have because they live in the suburbs and they're not able to pull and make that happen. The girl just is not interested, or just let's say the girl isn't committed enough or isn't comfortable enough to sit in the car with you for like 30 minutes to an hour, drive to your house, and they kind of lose the girl because along the way she's like, oh, where are we going? Like, oh, I don't want to go to your house, it's too far away. Or they might be thinking about like, how am I going to get back? And whatever questions or objections might come up, and you lose the girl, okay, some way because of logistics. So that is why I am literally telling you to move, okay, make this happen for yourself, whatever place you're living in right now, unless you have an abundant source of, beautiful girls around where you live. I strongly suggest you move closer to where hot girls are, like downtown, wherever city you're in, okay? And that way, you will seriously increase your progress and results. Like a lot of guys thinking that just by going out a lot, simply by approaching a lot, you'll get better. Like that is true, but if you have shitty logistics, if you have shitty location, you're just simply not gonna close as much. Okay, you're simply just not gonna, your chance of closing is really, really slim. Conversely, if you move somewhere closer and get closer to where, let's say, all your date locations, like I have guys who could also, like I have guys who made it happen. Like worked with guys who made it happen when they're also living like, you know, really, really far away. Like for example, I have clients who live all the way in, you know, Surrey, for example, which is like an hour away from Vancouver. And what they do is they'll meet girls and they'll literally get the girls to meet them on dates where it's like in mall and coffee shops that's around where they are, so that it's almost like a way of screening. Like if the girl is traveling all the way out there for an hour to see them, then they know most likely that they're gonna close because the girl is committed, and the fact that she's going out there all the way to see him, they're fucking down. Okay, but obviously if you live downtown and let's say you meet a coffee with some girl downtown, they're more likely to come out and see you on the date because logistically it is very convenient for them to come and meet you downtown. It's very comfortable because it's a very, let's say, popular place or a common place. So when they actually meet you there and you live downtown, it's a super easy pull, okay, logistic wise. You simply just have to lead and follow all you have to do, you know, all those things that you have to do on dates, and logistic wise it's just very convenient for yourself to pull. Okay, so I hope, you know, this video is a lot of help to you guys. And really, if you want results, do everything in your life that it takes for you to be better and make it easier for yourself and increase the chance of you closing and pulling girls in your dating life. Now, on that note, if you guys want to see actually how to make the pulls happen and how to say go from, you know, while you're on the date, how to go from, you know, meeting the girl for a coffee all the way till taking her back to your fucking place and even seducing her at your place. If you want to see the whole thing of how everything happens, make sure you check out mypuregame.com, because this product is gonna fucking change your life and literally show you the how-to, okay, behind all this theory, behind all this, you know, talk. It's basically backing it up with actual infield footage as well as my whole system of how to make it happen, okay, for you. And this program isn't really just, let's say, my method, okay? It's basically how to create your own method, because I think whatever works for me, not everything that works for me isn't necessarily gonna work for you. So for me, like when I learned game back in the day, what really helped with everything that I learned was I just took whatever worked for me and I build on top of that. And if anything that didn't work for me, I just throw it away. So it's gonna be the same thing for you when you're trying to get good and learn game. Is you have to take whatever's worked for you, whatever's gonna work for you, build on top of it, build your own game, and if anything doesn't work for you, fucking toss it away, okay? Like, don't waste your time, all right? On that note, I will see you guys next time.